Welcome to the Chris and Manny Show. This is our third episode. Thank you for joining us. We are joined by the one, the only, the man, the machine, the enigma, the handsome. What's handsome man? What tallest man? What strongest man? What sexiest man? Mr. Manny, welcome to the show.
Sure, okay, sir.
Oh, okay, dear.
Dear.
At the cocktail, dear. So what's Well, welcome to the show, guys.
I'm good, bro.
How are you feeling?
Better than last week.
Right.
I'll definitely say that. Definitely better than last week.
What happened to you last week?
I mean, the roof thing and the ceiling thing, and then that got fixed. So yeah, this week is been more about DIY stuff.
Right.
So
and Arsenal won 4-1 as well, isn't it? I think you support us now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
You've been to quite, I think you're a season ticket holder or something like that?
I don't know about season ticket holder, but
you go to watch them, don't you?
Yeah.
Have you got tattooed on you just yet?
No.
Is it coming?
Maybe.
On the forehead or the cheek?
Oh, hell no. Mine's a forehead. God forbid. I'm a passionate fan, but not like that.
You bleed red.
I mean...
And what happens when Arsenal lose or draw a match? How does your week go? I don't got you.
Yeah, that says it all. Let's say less. That's what I'm saying.
Let's get into it.
That'll be opening up a whole new kind of worms. Let's leave it there.
We'll do a special last episode when I do this. We'll do a special dedicated red episode.
Red and white.
Oh, sorry.
Please.
He's not Liverpool.
Exactly.
He's not Liverpool.
Oh, Manchester United. But yeah, all good.
Let's get into it. So I think last week we spoke about like trauma, childhood trauma, and all that kind of stuff. And I really enjoyed the conversation. I think it opened up a lot of deep thinking in regards to relationships growing up. And I think today we should talk about our friendships, man. We should talk about the friendships that we had while we were younger. I think a lot of people will be able to relate because I'm in my 30s, you're in your 30s. I could almost guarantee some of the friends you had when you were 9, 10. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do the UK school system. You know, I didn't. Me, we had GS1, GS2, GS3, SS1, SS2, SS3.
I'm not gonna lie. When I heard, I'm like, "What's that?"
What the heck? When I hear year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, like, what's that?
Sit down.
I don't know what that is. I came here in year 10, so it was year 10, and then I just went sixth form. So I don't know all the other year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fair dues. Okay.
But anyways. On the last episode, you said something about having alopecia when you were in year...
secondary school. I was at year 7.
How old were you?
Oh, year 7, you're like, is it 11 or 10?
So you must have had a group of friends around those ages. Who were they? What was that like?
Oh, it was good. I had a fair mixture. Obviously, like the school that I went to was very, very diverse. Obviously, in the London borough of Newham. But
is that E1?
No.
E3?
E15.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
E15.
Still a gangster.
Nah, no gangster here. No, I had a very good mixture of friends, to be fair. Very diverse, very, how can I put it, like, diverse in terms of race and also obviously female, male, that kind of stuff.
You had girlfriends at a young age already?
Not friends that were girls, yes.
Did you switch at them?
No.
He's thinking. He's loading.
In school, to be fair, like I think I mentioned it. To be fair, like when I was in school, you know when they say you grow into your look or you blossom later. When you're in year 7, obviously when you're like 10 or 11, yeah, you're okay. But girls, I don't know, they weren't looking at me like that anyway, Sha. They weren't looking at me like that. Then when I got to like year 10 and 11, it's like, okay.
Transformers.
Okay, is that you, yeah?
Reach the second form.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, oh, now you want to come and taste the sauce.
Oh, yeah, come and taste.
No. It's no longer available. No, because, bro, I'm not going to lie. When I was in school, yeah, them girls treat me bad. Like,
were you friends with them the way?
I were friends. Obviously, you're like classmates,
right,
like in the same sort of year, same class, and you see each other. You hang around all the time after school. You hang around sometimes.
What did you define as hang out? What, you go to their house, they come to your house, or just play in the park?
Just hanging out. No, definitely not going to each other's houses. Not at that age anyway. No one was definitely coming to my house.
Africa household.
Yeah, no one was coming to my house. Me going to the house, not really. It was just like after school stuff, maybe like, I don't know, hang around in the park as you do, walk around, play football, whatever, depending on the group of friends. So, yeah, that's...
What sort of what bonded you guys? Like, is it just because everyone's in school, everyone's like chilling together at that age, and then you
Bro, like, at that age, you don't know nothing. Let's be honest. Like, you're so excited to be in secondary school, you're so excited to be making new friends. So it's like you're still finding your feet. You're still trying to find a way of how does this work. Yeah, it's like who's your friend, who can be your friend, who's genuine, who's not genuine. You're still working it all out, so you don't even know what is. You're just literally going with the vibe. Let's be honest. Like,
true.
You just go with the vibe. Whatever the vibe is, you go along with. And it is what it is. And there's some friendship groups or the group that's already clicked that either they will accept you in terms of adding you to that bunch of friends or not. And it depends on. You're just still finding your feet.
That's true. That's true. Like if I think about it, when I first came to the UK, first school. Oh no way, actually. Wow.
Wait, how about before you came to the UK?
Before I came to the UK, the guys I was, wow, you caught me, I'm actually still friends with one of my guys from Nigeria, bro. He lives in America, and he's been to the UK, I think like 3 times, and he's linked me every single time. He bought me a ring, actually. He brought me a ring. I'm not wearing it today, but that was what's that, secondary school? Is that secondary school? Yeah, anyway, there's only one from Nigeria who I'm still friends, and we still talk and we send each other memes and like actually speak on the phone. And
but what's the dynamic like in Nigeria, like going to school?
We're in boarding school, so I don't know if you know about boarding school.
Yeah, I know what boarding. I don't know what Nigerian boarding school is like.
Character building. It will build your character. It's like going in. For me, like they call me
very military, like.
It's militant, but it's not military. So when I say it's militant, everything is. Well, I don't want to paint it in a bad way because it actually was a good experience, but I didn't last. So that in Nigeria, there's ajebota. Ajebota means I eat butter. Right. What does that mean? I eat butter means I'm posh.
Right.
I was ajebota. So I didn't survive. I didn't survive, bro. Let me paint this picture for you.
Go on.
Every morning you have to go fetch your water. What does it mean to fetch your water? You go with your bucket, you go to the well, you get your water from the well. That's what you're going to shower with.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you shower outdoors. Yeah. Imagine showering 5 a.m. Was it 5 or 6 a.m.? Let's say 6 a.m. Outdoors. You're taking a shower outdoors, bro. Cool. I remember this morning, I just finished my shower and I looked at the bottom of my bucket. There's a toad in there.
Damn. In your bucket?
In my bucket. And I just finished. Obviously, I didn't pick up the toad or eat the toad, but it's like, bro, Lord knows what diseases I could have caught. But anyways, that was just one example. But everything was regimented back in boarding school. The time you wake up, the time you have breakfast, the time you brush it, the time you all lay your bed and make sure it's like really, really done properly. You fold everything. The housemaster inspects it. You go to school, you finish school, lunchtime, bedtime, playtime, PE. Everything was kind of to the book. But it gave us discipline. It gave us structure. But it broke me, man. That first boarding school, I didn't last more than 3 months, bro.
No.
I was crying every night. I miss my mom. I miss my mommy. I was getting sick from being homesick.
Wow.
I didn't last. But I was only in that boarding school for less than 1 year. But me and that guy, Ujo, we remained close till...
And that you met at that school?
We met there, yeah. But he was tough, man. He was tough. He's actually gone to the military. I don't know if you remember on the previous episode. I said, he's been military, but I couldn't hack it. That boarding school. I couldn't. All saints, I couldn't hack it. Then my mom moved me to one which was behind our house, because I was like literally, and that was like...
Was that boarding school as well?
That was a boarding school as well, but that was softer. That was like, you get visiting day, so your parents can come see you any Saturday. They bring me suya, bring me...
Definitely an ajabota.
I like soft life, man. I'm built for soft life. I'm not built for suffering. But from that second school, I don't actually have any friends from there. There were two guys I was friends with, but the moment I left for the UK, the relationship kind of dissolved, as you'd imagine. It's hard to keep international friendships.
100.
But with Ojo, I don't know why. We just always kind of kept in contact. I might not speak to him for like 2-3 years, but the respect and the brotherhood and the camaraderie and just like, you're my guy, I'm your guy. Like, no matter if we don't speak for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, we'll catch up at some point. And yeah, that's probably my only friendship from Nigeria. In the UK, Not many, bro. I'll tell you a funny story. When I first came to the UK, when I first went to school, you know when I don't know if it happens to you, well, clearly not because you went to school here, but
You never know.
you never know. You know when like there's a new kid in class and the teacher's like, Manny, this is James. Look after James. Show him around. Blah 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 blah. That guy who showed me around school, I'm still friends with him today. I'm 30 something. And I came when I was like 14, 15. So it's over like
almost 15 years at least.
Roughly. I'm still friends with him. White guy, Anthony. And we do the same thing. I go to his yard, we play FIFA, I come home. We don't go party, we don't go drinking, we don't go out. We literally just play FIFA. Cool guy, man. Cool guy. Cool guy. But the level of our friendship is literally just FIFA. We just talk about football, and then we come home. But yeah, in terms of your male friendships, which friendships, I won't say made you who you are, but which friendships did you have a bond
My core
with?
ones.
Yeah, not even your core ones, but which friendships did you love or didn't, or did you want to be a part of when you were growing up? I give you a classic example.
That I didn't want to be.
That you did and you also didn't. I give you an example. So when I first came to the UK, again, Anthony's a white guy. He showed me around school, blah 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 blah. There were the black kids, the Nigerian kids, you know, who had the accent, and I wanted to be accepted by them, man. I wanted to be close to them. I wanted to be friends with them, but obviously I'm a freshie. So they were always kind of kept me on the outside.
You wanted to be friends with who?
With the black kids.
Okay.
Yeah. But they didn't really take me in.
Because you had an accent.
I think so. Maybe because I was new. And they're like, you got, and you know, you can't just jump in. Hey guys, yeah, I'm here. Type of stuff, you know. But which friendship shaped?
Funny enough, the one I'm not shaped to run my core one. Like obviously he was my best man at my wedding.
Oh wow.
So that's saying something.
Wow. Where did you meet?
So we met through church. Like we're family friends, 8, 9 years old. Yeah. So it's been almost 20 years, give or take.
Yeah.
Or even longer than that friendship. So like he's my go-to. He knows who he is. Wow. I don't even need to say that.
Wow.
I don't even need to. He knows. He's like the go-to. Remember when I told you that last time when I was saying we was playing football and the guy that pulled me to the time, like, what the fuck you doing? You got kids. That was him. Oh wow. And that's
a real one.
And that's why you remember when you said something about respect, like that, just that respect between friends and that understanding. I have that with him, and I've always perceived him as like not an older brother, but a brother.
But you're the same age, though.
We're around the same age, about a year apart. But he's like a brother from another mother. Like his family, I know his whole family. Like, do you know what I mean? Like his mom, his brother, I know his whole family, and his mum is like a second mum to me. I've always said that. Like from when I was young, she was like, "Oh, mommy, I'll call me." Do you know? From when I was young, so we've always had that tight core. So for me, it's him.
What made that friendship tight though? Was it just going to church together or like?
Obviously, is going to church together initially, seeing each other every Sunday. At first, we weren't living close to each other at all because back then he used to live in South London, we lived in East London. So ordinarily, you're only seeing each other, like, let's say, like once a week, if even that. Whenever you go to church, and then eventually, I think they then moved to East London, so we saw each other even a lot more. But it was like when we was in church, we used to do a lot of group stuff together, so we're quite close, and that kind of just built up from there. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I personally couldn't say it was something in particular that we had in common. Obviously, football, yeah, granted. He supports United, I support Arsenal, so you can't be like that brought us together. I couldn't tell you exactly pinpoint and be like it's because of this. That's why we're so tight. I don't know. It was organic. Mm-hmm. You know when you have that organic friendship, like you don't need to force it. You don't need to look for what you have in common. It's just organic and it just flows. And throughout the years till now, it's just always been there. He's always there for me whenever I need him. Me too, vice versa. You know, I'm not gonna lie. There was a point where we kind of fell out.
Ooh.
So that was for me anyway. I don't know if I've ever told him this, but it was kind of not a scary moment for me. But I knew I messed up.
Speak on this, bro. Obviously, without going into too much personal detail.
I knew I messed up. So I mean, I was at uni. I think I was at Bruno at the time. I came back home. I needed a car to drive back to uni to take some of my stuff, but he borrowed me a car.
He borrowed you his car?
He borrowed me his car, and I think he needed it back for a certain time to go somewhere. So obviously...
To go out and
Nah.
Say clap or just
No, he needed his car to get around, and I think I got back late, bringing the car back, and obviously he wasn't really happy with that. And he's one of those people you would know if he ain't happy about something. You know,
I think I know who you're talking about already. Anyways,
do you know what I mean? So so basically he was just like wasn't happy. We didn't speak for a while.
What's a while? A week, a month, a couple hours, couple
Can't
days?
remember. I really can't. It weren't months. It definitely wasn't. I don't recall it being months. Definitely wasn't years. Definitely wasn't years. Maybe about, I don't know, a month. It was just, I think we just had to basically be like, okay, hold my hands up. I fucked up. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And obviously he told me his part, what he was pissed off at. Because I think at the time, I didn't particularly know what I had done wrong. So there's me thinking we're still cool.
Oh,
But he obviously...
holding that fire.
Yeah, not holding the fire. It was just like he needed to speak to me about what I fucked up on, basically. So until we had a conversation, I didn't know fully that I had upset him. So when he told me, I was like, all right, cool. Definitely effed up. So, but yeah, and after that, nothing ever since.
You said that there was a time in that friendship that argument or that fallout made you scared. A lot of men don't talk about the effects that certain friendships have on their mental health, on their spirit, on their confidence. Like, a lot of guys were like, if he's pissed off, that's his own problem anyways. I'm a man. I'll find other friends. Why did you latch on, and why did you feel so much pain or disappointment and want to repair this friendship? What that means, that friendship must have done something for you.
I valued it. I value it. It's simple as that. It was a friendship, and it's still a friendship that I value highly, very highly. Like I said, if I needed help from him, if he can do it, he'll do it. No questions asked.
I think I met him through you. I met you through him, sorry.
I think we're thinking about the wrong person.
Okay, cool, wrong person, right.
Wrong person. So if I need him for something, he's there, 100. If he can do it, he will do it. If he can't do it, he will tell you he can't do it, because he's also a type of person where he doesn't like saying that he can do something when he knows that he can't. Because at the end of the day, it's like it's gonna let you down, and it's just it doesn't give himself that kind of image to be like he's a flop. He's not a flop. If he can do it, he'll do it, and he always if he could split himself into 10, he would do it. Do you know what I mean? To be in 10 places at the same time, he's just that kind of person. But I don't know what it. Like I said, I don't know what it is. Like our friendship, the value on it, in my opinion, is priceless. It's priceless. We've been through a lot, played football together, been on holiday together. Obviously, he was my best man. I was groomsman at his wedding as well. Do you know what I mean? He's like the one of the godfathers for my children. And like I said, family are close. I know his mom. It was very organic. It was just like natural, as opposed to you're trying to force someone to be your best friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, like for example, I mean, at uni, I made a lot of friends. Like I said, at uni, I was bait at uni, and I knew a lot of people. I had friends, all that kind of stuff. But there were people like they start acting up. I cut them off.
Why were you able to cut off certain people, but you couldn't cut off this guy?
Because we didn't align. As in the people that I cut off, we didn't align.
Right.
There was just certain things that didn't align with me, where I foresee myself going. Whereas with him, he was very like level-headed, driven. I don't know what it.
Sounds like you admired him.
Of course I did. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you admired aspects
of I did. And that's a fact. I'm not gonna lie.
I respect you for saying that.
100, bruv.
Men don't talk like this, bro.
Bro, listen, I could speak all day about him, but it's like, I can't use words to describe our friendship apart from, even though men won't say there's love there. There is love between our friendship, but we'll never be like, I love you, bro. But we know there's love between us. We just know, you just know. Like,
I think it's beyond love. I think there's respect there as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we value our friendship. That's the first thing. There is respect there, and I think we are willing to do anything for each other as long as we are capable of doing it. Does that make sense? If we are not capable of doing whatever each of us asked of each other, then we respect that. There's no oh, I asked you, you can't even help. It's okay, you can't do it. No worries.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings at all. Whereas you get some friendships where it's like you're always the one maybe sometimes giving, and then the other person, whenever you ask for them for the slightest thing is, oh boy, I'm sorry, I know fit to.
You know how many times that's happened to me, bro? Where I won't say I expect from people who have given so much to, and when I say so much, not necessarily resource, but time, a listening ear, effort, yes, resource, actually, yes. Let me not talk shit. I'll never forget there was one, oh, bro.
Say it, Joe, say it,
bro,
Joe.
bro,
I can see he's touching.
He's touched me
You're
this one, bro. He's touched me
reminiscing.
this one. So in sixth form was the first time I actually felt like I had a crew.
Okay.
There
When
was
you
three
say
of us.
crew, what do you mean?
Crew to me is my friends, my group, my clique, my people. When I say clique, not gang or whatever, they're
No, like your type people.
my type.
Like, yeah.
So from what you just said, you said your friend's mum was like she was like a mum to you.
Correct.
Cool. One of these guys from my crew, him and my dad, his dad and my dad were friends. So it's like, okay, cool. Like it's gonna be organic. We did most things together in sixth form. We'll go. What did we do together? We'll go. I don't know, but we just spent time together. And like they'll go to Sainsbury's, they'll buy donuts. They'll come to the playing field, sell the donuts. They taught me how to sell donuts as well. Like I just thought we were like cool, man. It was just three of us were always together, always together. And one thing happened. One of them got married after sixth form, after uni. One of them got married, and he didn't invite me and the other one to the wedding. And me and the other one were like, right, that's very weird. I thought we were friends. Okay, well, I guess we're not. Sad, cool. And then, the married one kind of stopped talking to us and carried on with his wedding life or with his married life and had kids and whatever, cool. So just me and this other one. So me and this other one, we're still cool. He went to uni, I went to uni. Whenever we come back and we're in the area, we link up, we talk. Not as much, but the friendship was still there. Okay. I remember he took me to my first ever house party in the UK, and I'll never forget that. Like, imagine being a Nigerian and you're going to a house party. I don't know how to skank. I don't know how to dance. Bruv, I'm in the corner clapping like it's praise and
worship.
Praise and worship, bruv. And he was so nice to me and he dressed so nice and girls used to chase this guy and I loved how he never fazed him.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, cool, bro. Cool. He, like, to me, I was like, oh my God, I wish I could get this kind of female attention. Well, anyways, long story short, I remember because I was selling stuff on eBay. I used to sell fake headphones on eBay. Me and my cousin used to sell fake beats on eBay, and I don't care. This is like 9 years ago.
If you ever bought fake headphones from eBay,
they worked.
Yeah.
They worked very well. Listen, that was a very successful business. But anyways, yeah, I remember I was selling my headphones on eBay, and his brother, this is my other friend's brother, also wanted to start selling on eBay, and he was like, "Oh, who's your supplier?" Blah 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 blah. But he wanted to sell trainers. Long story short, anyways, he was like, "Oh, Chris, can you borrow my brother some money for him to start his eBay business?" I was like, "Sure, man, you're my guy." Like, it was not a question.
right?
It's not a question. I had the money. I was obviously going to borrow his brother because I know you're my guy. If anything goes wrong, you would pay me.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I was still young and a little bit of a boss man. So I got us all to sign a little contract.
Good.
A little piece of paper. I put my signature on there. He put his signature on there. My friend put his signature, and his brother put his signature.
Oh, you're clued on.
Not clued on. I just thought, oh, come on, guys.
Not many people would do at that age. I probably wouldn't have thought of it, but
Bro, I've got another story whereby someone shagged me for like 30 grand and I didn't get a good contract. So yeah, let's park that one. I'm not clued on at all. But anyways, I've still got this paper till today. I think I only tore it apart a few months ago just to get rid of that memory. But
sure.
I respected this my friend. I trusted this my friend. I love this my friend. I admired this my friend. But I realized, okay, cool. This is 2 months down the line. Your brother's selling trainers on eBay. He's made his profit, but he's still not paid me back. So I chased my friend like 3 times. Like, bro, your brother's not paid me back. And yeah, cool, chill. He'll get back to you. Don't worry. I was like, okay. Another couple of months, I chased him again. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. I was like, you don't respect me now. I wouldn't dare do that to you. Long story short, his brother never ever paid me. And it was the principle of it. It's the principle. I stopped seeing him the same. I stopped seeing him the same. Yeah, we still talk and every now and then we'll hang out, but the more I look at him, like, you're disintegrating before me, like, you're not who I thought you were. And it wasn't deep to him, because it's like, come on, man, it's nothing. But to me, it hurt me, bro. Like,
did you ever tell him that, or?
Hear me out. So I only had the balls to tell him this last year. This is over 9 years later. Because he kept messaging out, Chris, let's meet up whenever he's back from uni, or like, but I'm like, I don't want to, man. I always made an excuse. Oh, I'm busy. I never had the confidence to tell him, bro, like, what you did hurt me. I never had the confidence until last year. And it was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm going to message him now. He's going to send you the money. I was like, nah, it's too late. It's not too late, but I don't want it. That's not the point. I'm not asking you for money 9 years later, or maybe not 9 years, 8 years, 7 years, however long it is. But I stopped seeing him the same. So I think in certain friendships here, like, if you're my friend, how I see you is like gold. And if you see me like brass or copper or dirt, that hurts me.
Right.
So has there been any time in your friendships whereby you might have given someone so much or like respect to them and then they ended up spitting in your face?
Whoa. That's a very good question. I think there's been many times, but the one that sprung to mind almost immediately was, I mean, I don't really want to say too much because he sprung to mind because he's like, you know, when what's that phrase when someone put cotton all over your eye?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a guy that I obviously met through another friend. They got married and we got close. So obviously my friend was a girl. Again, she's part of the ones that we grew up together with my other guy friend. So the one I said we're tight, I know his mom. Same thing with her. We grew up in the same church, and there's about 4 of us now in total that have grown up together. But anyways, one of her, like the girl, she got married to one guy. Cool. Obviously, it's her husband. So we became friends off the back of that, and we got relatively close to the point where we started doing stuff. He'll come up with ideas. As you know, I'm quite creative with ideas. I'm like, I'll help you out. We do this, we do this, we do that. Cool. So my guy, obviously, whilst I used to do a podcast with other people, as you know. So he was one of them.
Who, this your good friend or?
Yeah, this guy. The guy who's my friend's husband.
Okay. Should we call him Mr. A or Mr. B? Or?
Call him Mr. T.
Mr. T.
And then we were recording podcasts every week. And I noticed something wasn't right. Like, the demeanor had changed. And I kept saying to my guy, you sure you're okay? Because I wasn't going to now go to my friend and be like, what's wrong with your husband? I got to speak directly to you. You're my guy. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no point in me going to your wife and being like, it's like I'm reporting you to your wife. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't do them shit anyway.
Man to man.
Correct. So I spoke to my man. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, speak to me. Obviously, he was having some issues, whether it's like job related, money related, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, cool. How about, have you tried this? Have you tried that? I can help you with this. Is this cool? To the point where I was like, bro, I got to, because you know me. You get to a stage, I'm like, bro, we're meeting up tonight. I don't care. Like, we need to sort this shit out because clearly something ain't right. We met up in Barking in one restaurant like that. We had food.
Did you come and smoke? Like,
no, I wanted to just get to the bottom of it and help him out. My goal was to make sure that we left that place with a plan for him and find a way that we were gonna help him out.
That's very selfless of you.
So that was my ultimate goal. But unfortunately, he was still sort of being guarded with me. So it wasn't fully like opening up. And I can sense that. And I'm a type of person where if you're not gonna open up fully, I'm not gonna force you to. At the end of the day, you're a man, I'm a man. I'm like, bro. So he didn't want to open up. I'm like, you know what? I've tried my best.
Just from that meeting in Barking?
As in, he didn't want to open up?
He didn't want to open up in that meeting in Barking?
He didn't at all. Okay. Like, and then he didn't want to open up. Later on, then certain things were happening, and he wouldn't be able to make the podcast recording. There's usually 3 of us. He won't be able to make it, and 2 of us has to do it. Then that became a pattern. And I was like, nah.
Something's off.
Something's off. something is off. And then me and the other girl there was 3 of us recording, me and the other girl that I was just like, what's going on with my man? And I'm like, have you heard anything? She's like, no. I'm like, I heard nothing. Like, we're trying to figure this shit out. Next thing you know, long story short, we got a text on there. Text, you know. Not even like...
Not even a phone call.
Not even a phone call, bro. Or to be like, bro, honestly, I know you've been trying to... I need to speak to you, and like, let's meet up. I need to... Man got a text, you know. And that's how I knew that this guy didn't respect me, you know. Not only me, there was a lot of people, so it wasn't just me. Next thing you know, got a text saying something. I don't even know if I should be saying it because it's not my story.
Say it. I'm joking.
I'll get cancelled. So,
but was he dissing you, or was he just like
no? So
saying
he had done something.
Okay,
that he shouldn't have done.
Okay,
basically.
Naughty boy.
Yeah, and the only way that he could, I think, because of shame, he felt ashamed, and he felt like he had let a lot of people down, especially people that tried to be there for him. And all we just got was a text. And after that, I lost respect for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't be friends with you. No. I literally replied back to him something along the lines of, you could have spoken to me. I gave you several chances to speak to me. You could have told me what was going on. Even though you didn't know all the facts, you could have still said, I don't know the facts just yet, but I'm just letting you know this is what might or might not happen. This is what's going on. For me, it was a case of you didn't respect me enough as a friend to come to me and be like, bro, this is what's happening. Like, either can I get your feedback on it? Can I get your view on it? What should I do?
Why though? If I could ask you this thing, so in the male, I don't want to say in the male community, but with males, yeah, respect seems to be one of the heaviest and most important foundation of any interaction.
Of any relationship.
Any interaction.
Yeah.
How you talk to another guy, how you view another guy, how you say hi to another guy, how you ignore another guy, any relationship at work, whatever. Respect. What is respect? Is respect, like, yeah, how would you define respect?
Do you know what? Like, it's not just with guys. If you're in a relationship with a woman, all you need is for her to respect you.
True.
If you feel respected as a man, you will probably do anything for that person. If you
100%.
Do you know what I mean? If you feel respected, what's respect for me is like, oh, to me, it's like you value me. You're willing to
on
come.
what scale though? Because you could be valued, but not on the scale that you value them.
I would hope, because I don't want to expect, I would hope it's the same level of respect I give you, you give back to me.
Right. So you would define respect as it being off of the same value, not
Yeah,
like,
because I'm not bigger than you.
okay.
I'm not worth more than you, or and vice versa. I owe you on the same regard as I owed myself.
Okay.
So that's for me. I'm not gonna disrespect you when I knock. No. Do you know what I mean? Like, however much I value myself, I value you. If I respect you, brother, you would know.
But you communicate this. I'm just thinking for this, your previous guy. Like,
Sure.
With me and this, my friend whose brother never paid me the money, I never communicated it. I just assumed that, oh, he looks at me the same way I look at him because we've had this history and, you know, we've had memories and friendships or whatever. But I realized, okay, cool, maybe not. But how do you then maintain respect in a friendship? Do you have to always be like, oh, you effed up there, you fucked up there, I did well here? How do you maintain respect in any relationship?
You need to respect yourself first.
Right.
I think it's all about how you, as an individual, because ultimately to get respect, you need to be respect. Like they said, is earned.
Yeah.
It's not given.
Yeah.
How do you earn respect? It's how you hold yourself. How do you hold yourself in your, like, what's your value and principles? How do you carry yourself as a person, and how do other people view you? And if people don't view you as a person where you're of value to that person, to them, they're not going to respect you.
Give an example though. So let's say you, for example, you carry yourself in a very masculine manner. You look after yourself. You're financially great. Like, you hold yourself in this manner. Is it that, okay, cool, whoever's your friend, for them to respect you, also have to mirror your success and mirror how they carry themselves? Example, you can't be friends with someone who's a drug addict, or you can't be friends with someone who's XYZ because you're not that. Is that what you mean by respect? We both have to be of a similar.
No, I mean that comes down to your circle, isn't it? Like who you, because if you're not adding any value to my life, or you're not able to sit me down, like I said, like my guy would literally put me to the table, bro, what are you doing? If you're not able to do that for me as my friend, I can't have you as a friend. I can't value you. So I can't. If you're not able to hold me as in regards to be like, bro, you're flopping here, you're fucking up, like fix up. That's the kind of people I need in my life. You understand? Like personally, people that can be like, without, we're not fighting here. It's you telling me, bro, you need to fix up.
Hard truth.
And we need that. But the thing is, a lot of guys don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And it's all of a sudden they see it as, rather than seeing it as a constructive criticism, they just see it as criticism. Do you see the difference?
100%.
There's constructive criticism and there's just criticism. So which one are you going with? And what are you hearing?
What are you hearing? What are you hearing?
What are you hearing and what are you getting from that? Because I can come up to him like, Chris, I'm not going to lie, like, what you did the other day, personally, I wouldn't have done it.
You have told me this.
Okay. Maybe I have.
You have told me this.
But do you see what I'm trying to... And from when we've met, now we've been friends for a while now, right? And I've told you, and I always say I'll be 100 with you. And I'm assuming, I don't know, and I'm assuming that through that, I've gained your respect.
It's made me respect you more.
Because I'm not saying I don't hold back. I want the best for you.
Yeah.
And I want the best for all my friends.
That makes me want more for you.
My friends don't want the same for me.
You don't know how much you've pushed me with this content, with this content creation stuff. Yeah. You helped me set up in my room. You helped me brainstorm topics. You helped me pick the camera to use. You helped me pick the lighting, which is behind me. Everything.
But this goes back.
Wait. Take your flowers. If not for you, bro. If not for you individually, just who you are and your selflessness, like you've got everything in terms of media. You know how to edit, and you can see that this young guy here is struggling. Like he's new in the game. You could easily just say, you know, bro, yeah, man, let me know if you need anything or watch this YouTube course. You're like, bro, you're not doing it. Why aren't you doing it? I'm telling you this out of love. Like, bro, you're effing up. You still haven't done it. Can't lie, the first couple of times I heard it, my ego got in the way. Obviously, I didn't show you. I was just like, I'm tired, man. I've got a headache anyways. I've got other stuff going on. And then I realized, oh, rah. 3 months has gone past. I've not done anything. And this guy's told me I should do it. Okay, cool. Let me start asking him every single question. You'll never remember this. There was a time you actually set up my camera for me and the tripod. I marked the floor.
I was there now.
Yeah, you were there. I marked it because I think a lot of us don't realize we don't have a lot of people who are not necessarily on our case, but who genuinely care, bro. Humans, to me, from my small experience with humans are built for self-survival. Yeah? I come first, you come second. You know when you're in the plane and those masks drop, you put your own first before you put for your daughter, for your son. We're built for self-survival. We're literally built. We're made to rely on. We're made to take care of ourselves first before others. So now, like, when I see someone who goes out of their way to pour into my cup, I worship that person. I hold you close because you're not a normal human. Because most humans take. Let me give another example. So remember I gave this example of my friend who his brother borrowed the money and he never paid back. Right. Last year there was a guy, I won't say we were getting close, but it seemed like a cool guy. We're talking, chilled a few times, went for food, and he ended up owing me chump change, 45 quid. Small money, bro. And I was thinking, okay, cool. This guy just told me the amount of money he earns, like he just got a big contract. And I'm like, okay, but you owe me such small peanuts. I'm not going to chase you for it. 6 months later, bro, I chased him 3 times. And he's always giving me excuses. Oh, yeah, bro, listen, I didn't forget about it. I just need to sort my bank out. Cool. A month later, again, I just, hey, bro, hope you didn't forget. Oh, bro, trust me, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm like, well, you kind of are. It's chump change. You tell me you're going out spending this. You went out on a night out. You spent 15 grand on a night out. You and your boys, he's earning big money. So I'm like, but you can't pay him this chump change. And then I'm getting PTSD from when this is my friend. So I was just like, you know what? Eventually, he paid. I even had to tell him, bro, Set a reminder on your phone for Friday to send it to me. The Friday came, he didn't do it. I was like, oh, you don't respect me then.
No.
But because I've seen, I don't want to say I've seen his soul, but I know he doesn't have a evil. He's not. I don't think he was being malicious or like, yeah, let me piss on Chris, let me spit on Chris. But still, the fact that something so small is taking you, was it 3 months to pay me 45 quid? But then you can still message me, hey bro, but I can't look at you the same.
Nah.
I'm petty, bro. I'm proudly petty. If I look at you the same, there's a process I do in my brain. I call it checkout. I do it with women, but now I'm starting to do it with certain friendships. The moment I check out from you, I stop following, I remove myself from your social media, and I remove you as well. I don't do all that. I'm following you still. No. I don't want to see you. I'll delete your number. If I see you in person, I'll smile. Hey, bro, cool. But I don't see you anymore because of that PTSD. So it's only 45 quid. But I was like, bro, it's taking you 3 months. But then you're still commenting and laughing and joking. Like, I'm not a dickhead. But then that's what you say about this self-respect and this just putting myself first to a certain degree. Because I think, again, I don't think you're a people pleaser. I'm naturally a people pleaser, and we get trampled on. We almost seek to get trampled on just to feel validated.
Yeah.
And it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's really, really, really sad. But how do you maintain friendships? How do you select who is in the crew and who's not?
Like I think for me, it's like I said, who's adding value to your life, who's adding value to you, and who basically are they the same? It's all about. So I have my morals, principles, and values.
Right.
Like my core values, my principles. Right. And then obviously I have to assess the situation, assess that person indirectly. Be like, okay, what kind of life did they live? What's their lifestyle like?
Right. So you watch everything.
Everything.
The kind of women they date, the kind of how they spend their time.
Basically their lifestyle.
Right.
Just their lifestyle. I studied them. But sometimes that doesn't always correlate.
That's the mistake I've probably gone wrong. I just, oh, you're cool, come in.
No, I definitely don't. Because like I said, sometimes their lifestyle doesn't always match their personality either. Because like you just said, sometimes you're a people pleaser. So you're probably doing stuff that you don't usually do, but you're doing it to please other people. But when you now take yourself away from that circle, when that's now assess you as an individual as opposed to that persona you're putting on, you're a different person.
Right.
So that's what I'm assessing as well. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I get it, yeah.
So it's like we put on this persona to please other people, but then when we come out of that environment, we're ourselves again. And that's the real person that I want to see. And that's the one that I assess. I'm like, does that person either add value to my life, or can I hold them to an account as of when needed? Or can I depend on them?
Do you test people?
No, I don't like testing people. Right. I think eventually as you speak to people, as time goes on, you know the characteristics.
Their true colors, yeah.
You will. Yeah. Eventually because you have conversations, let's be honest, you have a conversation with that person and you probably hang out a few times and you learn a few things, and eventually you'll be like, yeah, whether that person sits well with me. It's just like, okay, if you go on holiday with certain people, you might know people now, but when you now go on holiday, or when they say when you live with people, that's when you know their true colors. Or if you see a different side of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all those elements. So then I'm like assessing this and I'm assessing that. I know your values. I know how you carry yourself, what you like, what you dislike. And also through conversations, I'll be able to judge exactly what's in there as well. So all of that, there's a lot going on processing wise. And obviously with the kind of job that I do, I'm always assessing.
Right.
Unfortunately.
But you're only assessing the data that the person is giving you.
And their body language. Bro, I assess everything. Bro, honestly. I hardly go on public transport, but whenever I do, I can categorically tell you, potentially, who's got issues or not through their body language.
Can you give me an example of what that looks like, please? So I can now start looking at people in my gym. You have issues. Your father has issues.
He's with a trained eye. He's with a trained eye because I've been doing the job I've been doing for years, and I can literally get on public transport and be like, and people will react in a certain way to other people. I'm like, you can clearly see that person ain't well.
So if they're irritable to distress,
everyone how can I put it? Everyone, the way they display their behavior or whatever it is that they're going through is different. Everyone's different. Like certain body language will determine what you're indirectly saying. Whether you're closed off, you're an open book.
Can I use this thing to pick up women? Like, okay, this one is...
Are you hitched?
She's just smiling, and this one is screw facing. But then sometimes those screw facing, I'll never forget. There was this. Sorry, I'm jumping in. There was this date I went on with this girl from Cameroon. The first hour of that date, this girl just gave me bad energy because I was late. She won't look at me. She won't talk, and I thought, okay, cool. This is a write off. After we had small holy water,
Small juice.
But how do you see this body language thing? Is it always accurate, or is it more a gut
Majority.
instinct?
No, body language tells you a lot. Body language it tells you a lot. If you could read a body language, you would know when someone is interested or not, regardless of what's coming out here. Because sometimes you might be saying all the right things, but your body language says otherwise. Because I might be talking to you now, but my eyes are looking over there or keep getting distracted over here, but I'm talking to you. But it's like, I'm not really focused on you. I'm just entertaining you just whilst we're here. But if there's something else over there that's taking my attention away, probably what I'm more interested in. But you're looking at me thinking, yeah, she's interested, she's listening to me. But as I'm talking, I'm still like, yeah. No. Can you see?
I see.
I'm looking over there.
Yeah.
But my body language towards you, but my eyes are like, again.
How about those who are looking at you, smiling at you, but their brain?
Those are psychopaths.
Hey,
That's what they call psychopaths, bruv.
I do that sometimes. Like, you know what? I swear to God, as weird as it sounds, I've been with people who I'm smiling at them and I'm fully engaged, but I'm checking out. I'm processing how I'm.
And it works. It happens because even men and women, they'll be on a date with you. In their head, they're like, "Nah, this person ain't for me." And after today, I never speak to them again.
I've had a ton, well, not a ton. I've had a few of those because I don't believe in having a bad date where like, oh, I don't like you. I'm just gonna stop. I'm like, well, I've made the effort. You're here. I'm here. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna entertain you. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna laugh. We're gonna have a drink, and I'm gonna text you, hey, hope you get home safe. But I don't think it's for me. Out of respect for you and myself, because I also think if that was me, if the roles were reversed and you didn't like me, I don't just want you to just pretend to go to the toilet and run away. Like, I'm a human. Like, tell me you're not on it, and I respect you more.
That's it.
But I was going to ask you something. For friendships or for friends who have been in your life for a while, who you then realize, nah, we're not aligned. Like, yeah, nah, you're not for me anymore, mate. Maybe something has changed, or the respect is gone, or the morals and values have changed. How do you withdraw from those environments or situations?
That hasn't happened for a long time, to be fair, because I think that's probably like the last time I checked out for my friendship was at uni.
Wow.
So like my circle now is very close knit. It's I have acquaintances, but I have my friends.
Ooh. What's the difference between an acquaintance?
An acquaintance is someone that you just speak to every other often or whatever. You don't see them. You don't really have a relationship. We don't talk on the phone. We don't really have communication frequently. I don't go to your house. You don't come to mine. We don't hang out. It's just once in a blue moon. Oh, what's good? You good? Yeah, how's things? Yeah, cool. Okay, that's an acquaintance. A friend is someone I speak to, if not every day, every other day. I go to their house. They come to my house. They know my wife and kids. I know their wife and kids. The majority of my friends and my circle are married. And that's what I'm saying, depending on your circle. The majority, if not 90% of my friends are married.
I'm not married yet, by the way.
That's why I said 90.
Married to the game, baby. Married to the game. I'm joking.
Do you see what I'm saying? And that's, again, the circle that you hold value to. A lot of us know each other. That's why whenever, like, if I'm doing a function and people go to me, oh, who's coming? To me, it's a silly question.
Duh.
It's the same people. Like, I don't, unless I've made a new friend somewhere that you don't know about, then you see them on the day. But the general consensus is it's going to be the same people. Again, it's the same people almost all, if not every time, almost all the time. And then you have a few other people.
Acquaintances from my
Acquaintances, maybe not best friends, not acquaintances, but they're just like somewhere in the middle. I don't know what they call them.
They're in the what's the word when probation stage,
Nah, they've passed the probation stage.
but they're not in the circle.
They're not in the circle yet. They're sort of outside the circle, but they're not in acquaintance. They're
the
not
substitutes on the warm-up bench.
the reserves.
The reserve team. The reserve team.
So obviously you invite certain other people, but generally I have my core friends, like my tight circle, and I don't differ from that.
What does trust mean to you?
A
Obviously,
lot.
you're in a relationship.
Our trust is a lot to me.
What is trust with a male friendship? Because again, with me, I think once trust is broken, like when I say trust is broken, because that's huge, because I've broken one of my friends' trust before. And one of my friends, the example I'm thinking of now, I've broken one of my friends' trust. I didn't mean to break it, but it happened. And I held my hands up to that. Yeah, bro, I did it. Like, I believe in accountability.
100%.
Honest, raw, painful accountability. Like, if I F up, I'm going to call, bro, yeah. I don't want you to find out from someone else. Like, but what does trust mean to you, and how do you nurture that?
Trust is the core of it's the foundation of any relationship.
Because we're human, bro. We're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, we are. But like you said, accountability. Are you holding yourself accountable for when you fucked up? Are you actually being like, you know what, bro, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I know I shouldn't have done this, or I should have done this when I should have done it, or whatever it may be. You'd be like, bro, I'm sorry. And a lot of us don't do that.
Why?
A lot of guys, I don't know. It's the ego.
Has to be ego.
It's male ego.
Fucking hate the male ego.
We're egotistic.
Hate it,
like that's just men for you in general. But then you have the certain ones I'd be like, you know what? And this is the thing is, how much does your friendship actually mean to you? Then that's how I see it.
When you say mean to you, are you willing to walk away from it, or is it?
No, do you value it that much to be like, you know what, bro, I fucked up?
Right.
Or do you not value it much and be like, no, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? I did it and what? I said sorry, fuck off, man. Because you have that attitude already. Or do you be like, you know, bro, I'm sorry.
I'm at your mercy.
I fucked up. I'm sorry, you know, I fucked up. I won't do it again. Just own your shit. When you fuck up, just own it. But a lot of guys don't. It's like, who are you trying to show up to? Like, oh yeah, what? I said man to sorry. Yeah, but who are you showing off to? But it's just like, because I believe in what goes around comes around.
100%.
I believe in that. And I say this to my missus all the time. Shit will come back to you tenfold if you're not careful. You have to be careful what you say, what you do, and who you do it to. Because when it comes back to you, you're going to be pondering and wondering, who the fuck did I offend? Why is this happening to me now? Because it might be coming back to bite you from 10 years ago. You don't know that. Because you might wrong somebody from 10 years ago. Yes, it's like, you know, you're living your life or, you know, but 10 years later, you know, and something's not happening. And you know when they say, when it rains, it pours?
Ooh.
Yeah? Shit pours, bro. It pours. And you'll be thinking, the fuck did I do? Why me? Why this? But indirectly, it's because of who you wronged in the past, in my opinion. That's karma coming to bite your ass tenfold. So that's why I'm very careful as to what I do to whom. Because when you start wrong, I only learned this as I grew up. I never knew about this. As
So you must have wronged someone before at some point, and you went to apologize.
Like I said, my best friend, I messed up. He borrowed me his car. I brought it back late. I thought it was cushy. He had to tell me. I said, bro, I'm sorry. And that's how you learn. And that's what friends do. Tell each other when you've done wrong so we can find a way of moving forward, as opposed to, he did this wrong, he can't even say sorry to man.
And then you both start ignoring each other.
And then the friendship just disintegrate.
Yeah.
And then you've lost a good person. Like, do you know what I mean?
Solid one.
Because I always say, it's whoever you value. If you value that person, you will do right by that person. That's just me. Forget respect for a minute. It's value. Because value, everyone always thinks it's always financial. It's not. It comes in different forms. Because if I value our friendship, what am I valuing out of it? Like, what am I gaining? Because at the end of it, you need to understand, what are you gaining from that person? What difference are they making to your life, or what are they adding to your life?
So every friendship has to add something.
100%. You have to bring something.
But you're obviously you're also giving.
100.
Right.
But you have to be able to bring something.
And not just take.
It's like when you go and work in a company, they don't just employ everybody of the same caliber.
Yeah.
You need to be able to bring different, different skills into the mix in order for us to work together.
You know where that's messing me up a little? Well, it's not really messing me up. Where I'm having to make a tough call at the moment. Like, as weird as it sounds, like there's a few friendships. There's one I'm thinking of in particular. I've been friends with her. I don't keep female friendships, which is weird. I find it strange how men and women could be friends. Well, I don't find it strange.
That's another topic.
That's a whole different topic. I wish I had more female friends, but I don't know. Females don't gravitate to. I've only got 2 female friends. But anyways, me and one of my female friends, we've known each other for years. There's no engagement, there's no sexual or whatever. Like she's literally a friend. Like we hang out, we go to different gyms together, etc. She's even brought me girls before. She's like, yeah, Chris,
come on, Chris, come on, chop,
bro. There was one time I went on a date with this girl, nothing happened. She went to speak to the girl. She's like, Chris is a good guy, and the girl gave it to me, bro.
You chopped.
She's a G. Jeez. But I've realized the basis of our friendship is just good time. And if I feel low, yes, she could help, but where I'm at now, the kind of resource and help she could give me, it's not it for me anymore. And I am struggling to withdraw in the most polite, respectful way without causing any identity issues or trauma or damage to her. Like, oh yeah, you're not worth my time anymore.
Sure.
I don't want you to feel like you are not a good person because she's great. But where I'm at right now, maybe in the future I might need her again. But where I'm at right now, I'm just like, the basis of our friendship is so flimsy. Like it's so thin.
Is that from your perspective though?
From my perspective. Because I feel like I pour into her cup a bit too much. And sometimes I feel like I'm pouring into a basket. I give a classic example.
Wow.
I don't even want to talk too much about her personal life, but the guy she was with, I told her to leave him time ago. He takes from her. He comes to your house, he doesn't pay electric, and then you're coming to me to complain. I'm like, okay, cool, take action. But I love him. You don't know what love is. But then I've told you that over and over. You don't want to listen. Then it breaks down. Then you come to me, oh, he did this. I'm like, I told you this. Then you get back with him again, and he does it again. I'm like, I can't keep hearing this same noise. If you don't hear what I'm saying, or you don't even have to hear what I'm saying. I'm not your father. I'm not your dad. Oh yeah, listen to Chris. And it's just like, I feel like I'm pouring into a basket.
Yeah. Have you spoken to her about this, or can you? Do you feel like you can and she might listen, or is there a case of you've tried and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere? Like you said, because that analogy they use, that pouring into a basket, it's like literally it's just seeping through.
Maybe it's me being a people pleaser, but I'm always cautious in the words I use to people. Like, again, I'll give you another example. There's this, Jesus, too many examples. There was this girl I dated for a very short time, and I said something to her. I was like, when we stopped dating each other, I was like, you're not the same. You've lost your color. Like, you're gray now. You used to be like vibrant, and now I just said it with me being honest, because I thought we could be real.
Yeah, you thought you was at that level.
Yeah. And then a year later, she messaged me, Chris, that thing you told me that, I'm gray now. That's stuck with me. I've not dated anyone ever since. I was like, blimey, now I've given you trauma. And like, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like you're not as vibrant as what you were. So I'm cautious that the tongue is powerful. I don't want to go say, oh, you're a basket and pouring into a basket. Like, who am I to call you a basket? In my head,
it's an analogy.
It's an analogy, but I don't want to say that to her because I think sometimes I could be a bit too blunt.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm either not blunt at all because I don't want to cause damage, or I'm just like, bleh.
Diarrhea.
Yeah.
The thing is like with that chick that you're talking about, like, a year later, she was like, oh, that thing stuck with me, is because you was probably the first person in a long time, if ever, to be real with her, and it hit home.
Mm.
Sometimes you're fucking up, you're doing so much shit, you just needed that voice to tell you that you're doing the wrong thing.
Mm.
Before you actually then go and sit down and actually deep it, like, hold on a minute, this person's right. Then you now start self-analyzing yourself, like, hold on. Wait, this person said this, and this, and this. Maybe they're right. It sticks with you. It's not trauma. Like I said to you, my boy pulled me aside, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You got kids. You got someone else. That stuck with me. That's not trauma. It's just that he was keeping 100. And that stuck with me because now, in anything and everything I do, that voice is in my head like, you're a father, you got a kid, you got to do right by it.
You can't start knocking everybody out.
But just, I'm trying to say though, it's not a trauma. It was just a reality check. In my perspective.
Right. But some people dissect information different. I think again, you're sturdy emotionally. You're strong emotionally. Certain words from certain people could, I won't say mess me up. Like I give you another example again. I've been going to Everlast for a while. The moment 2 people told me within 24 hours, raw, you're skinny, I was like, I'm going back to Absolute. I'm going back to my proper gym. Like I need, like obviously it's down to my identity issues and whatever as well. But like certain words from certain people could hit me.
Trigger,
yeah, I get it. Anyways, guys, we gotta have to cut it right now, or else we could talk for hours and hours and hours. We have so many more things we want to talk about. These kind of conversations flow really, really easily. We could do this for 2 hours, 3 hours. I actually visualize a day where we're gonna actually host a live show where we'll be in an arena with you guys with us there. We're gonna have open mic sessions. 100%. We're gonna have opportunities for men to really be honest. We want to hear how you guys feel. Like, do you have these friendships whereby you could actually call up your friend and tell him, mate, you're fucking up, or I don't respect you because of X, Y, Z? Or did they actually be like, you know what, thank you for that. You are one of the only people or one of the only persons who could be honest with me, and I'm going to take it on board. I think especially in the black community, bro, like ego, pride, appearance and all that kind of stuff keeps us backwards. We can't have certain conversations out of, oh yeah, he's gonna think I'm a dickhead, bro. He's gonna, like, we can't do that. But yeah,
no, definitely. I mean, without further ado, guys, if you do like this video, please consider subscribing. If you are new around here, please subscribe. Ugh, I can't get my words out. It's the juice.
What do you want?
The juice. On a serious note, guys, if you're new around here, please consider subscribing, like the video. It helps us obviously reach our it helps us with the analytics.
Yeah.
I can't speak.
Manny done drunk.
Cheers.
Manny done drunk. Cheers.
Please, guys, consider liking this video, subscribe, like, and share. I said like twice. Like, share, subscribe. If you're new around here, it helps with the algorithm on YouTube, and obviously, basically, we can have more reach when it comes to people watching our videos. So please subscribe and leave comments and questions in the comments below. So yeah, on to the next one. Peace out.